All right, I'm taking it on the road today. I am in LA. Can you believe that? LA, Lower Alabama. With all this red dirt, man. I love it over here. It's been a long time since I've been to Alabama, but we're in southern Louisiana, and we're going to do a crawfish boil today.
Louisiana.
I said Louisiana?
You did.
Man, that's just habit. We're in Lower Alabama. All right, and this is my camera guy, my oldest son. This is Derek, also known as Hillbilly Royalty.
Hillbilly Royalty, baby. Bringing it right here from South Alabama.
That's right. All right, we're going to get this started. We got 2 sacks of crawfish, and I'm just going to walk you through everything you need to do a basic boil, but a really good boil that's going to have all kind of flavor, have them Cajun flavors going on. Going to get started right now. All right, so to get this boil started, it's going to get a little noisy because we got like a jet engine underneath this 120 quart pot. And first thing you got to do is turn your gas on and crank this down till you hear the gas.
But it was fun. Like, those 2 cats were the only cats he used to ever like.
I hear it. We're going to light it. Then we're going to turn it up wide open. All right, we'll be back in a few minutes once this gets up to a boil. It's going to take roughly 8-9 minutes to get this up to a rolling boil. And I don't have a lid for this pot no more. I boiled it to Mr. Hillbilly Royalty himself a year ago for a crawfish boil, and he lost the lid in the Gulf of Mexico. So we're going to see how this thing does without a lid. Look at there, no lid, and we got a nice rolling boil. We're going to start off with 3.15 ounces, right at 4 pounds of boil mix. I'm using the Zatarain's Extra Spicy Crab Boil. That's one of my favorites. I've got a few favorites. 15 gallons of water, and that's not really enough powder, so we're going to add about half this container. Boy, I can smell the heat off that.
Yes, sir.
All right, now I've got 8 ounces of Zatarain's. This is a concentrated shrimp crab boil going in. I've got 16 ounces, but we're doing 2 boils, so I'll add the other bottle later on.
Yes, sir. You know, we got this whole Mississippi, Alabama thing going on. But I'm technically born and raised in Mississippi.
Yes, sir.
I just became an Alabamian about a month and a half ago, 2 months ago, something like that. But it don't matter if you're Louisiana, Mississippi, or Alabama. It's all pretty much the same down here.
It is.
And we love our heat.
That culture runs deep. Speaking of Louisiana, I've got some Louisiana hot sauce going in, a whole bottle.
Yes, sir.
Speaking of that, a lot of people comment and says, pull that little plastic thing off in the pour easier. These little bottles ain't got one. Like I didn't know that trick.
Right. We've been doing this for a long time. Or he has.
Been doing it all your life.
I'm still trying to learn it. I'll be honest.
Now in this bag, I've got probably 5 stalks of celery just cut real rough. I've got about 7 onions and about 7 heads of garlic that's just had the heads cut off. The onions have been quartered. We're not going to mess up a lot of bowls today, so look at there, grocery bag. Pour all that in. The whole trick to this is getting this water seasoned just right. Now, I love bay leaf in a boil. A lot of people never put them. I don't know if they don't think about it or what, but man, it makes a boil. I like to just go in with the whole darn thing. One of these little small containers right here, just dump it all in there. So I'm gonna let this boil for about 8 minutes. We're gonna cut the heat down some just to give it a lighter boil and let all these flavors come together. Then we're gonna start with some new potatoes, the little red potatoes. They take the longest to cook. We'll be right back. All right, so I just made a big rookie mistake. I didn't do a boil at all last year, so I can't believe I've done that, but tell them what I did.
All right, well, I should have called it myself, but I didn't. But anyhow, we put the fixings in, or some of them, without the basket.
Yeah, without the basket, that means when it's time to put the basket in, all the garlic, all the onions, all that would have been sitting on the bottom, and that's not what you want. You want it in the basket. So now it's in the basket. I took my ladle here, handy little tool for doing this, and we just scooped it all out, got it in the basket, laid it back in. We're up and running. By the way, these potatoes have been scrubbed. We just put them back in here. There again, not to dirty up any containers. We got 2 little containers. Ooh, boy, that's hot. Hot water. Hot water. I'm gonna smell like crawfish. Get us a little stir. We're gonna go about 10 minutes with these potatoes. They take about 20, but you got to stage it out. So in about 10 minutes, I'm gonna add some more ingredients. All right, it's been around 10 minutes. It's time to get something else in this pot. I've got 4 cartons of button mushrooms going in. We've also got a bunch of lemons here. We're just gonna squeeze these lemons, toss them right in. Yeah, help me out there. Now, I also have gotten to where I like to add citrus right at the end while it's going through the cool down mode, and I'll tell you why. A lot of this juice, believe it or not, is going to evaporate out of this water, so I like to put the lemons in before and towards the end to kind of counteract that. Now, what I've got in this little box, that is homemade deer sausage that I made. This is a Cajun link. The seasoning comes from PS Seasoning, and these are fantastic. Who would like to see this on video, how to make these Cajun links? This is venison and pork, fantastic. Throwing all this in. This is around 2 pounds. We're gonna let that go about another 5 minutes. So one thing that I recommend you always do is take a spoon. Got one in my back pocket, and I just did it. Just take you a spoon, get you a little bit of that seasoned water there, and make sure it's got enough salt in it, and that is perfect. It really is. That's perfect for everything that's going in this. And in addition to what I've already got in here, I'm adding some of this bad juju. This is a Cajun seasoning. Bad juju. I'm gonna throw the whole bottle in there. That's just gonna amplify this a little bit more. Oh yeah, man. Oh boy, we're gonna get the sweats here in a little bit. Got plenty of cold beer though. All right, I have been going another 5 minutes, so I'm getting ready to crank this heat all the way back up because we're going in with our first load of crawfish right now. Yeah, don't leave no soldiers in there. Get them out, get them out. Oh yeah, they still plenty alive in there at the very bottom. Very much alive. All right, let's stir this up. Going to get this back to a return boil. We're going to let them boil about 3 minutes, and we're going to cut the fire off. We're going to cool this pot off. So I just got back to a return boil. Took about 2 minutes. Man, this thing's doing beautiful without the lid on it. Lid really don't make a lot of difference. So, like I said, 3 minutes. I'm probably a minute and a half into it. About another minute and a half, we're going to cut this off. And I did lower the propane. Once you get this up to a boil, you can lower that propane all the way down. As you can see, it's maintaining a really good boil. But it does take a high performance pot to pull that off with, and that's what we got here. What's up, brother?
What's up, Coldness?
You doing all right?
Give me a damn handshake.
You're on camera, man. This is one of my old work buddies, Wayne. I shouldn't say your last name on the internet, so I won't. This is Wayne, y'all.
Wayne will work and roll tide, baby.
Roll Tide. Where did I say we was at? L.A., Lower Alabama. Woo! All right, it's time to shut this down. It's time to shut this completely off. All right, so the first thing I'm gonna do is just put the corn in here. This is frozen corn, which is almost thawed out, but it is cold. So that's gonna help start cooling this pot down right away. Just give that a good stir. And that's only gonna do so much. So the way we're going to finish cooling this, hand me that boil boss, please. We're going on with the boil boss. This thing is proven to me over and over that it is worth its weight in gold when it comes to cooling down a pot. So we got the boil boss on, and all we got to do is just keep these stirring for around 3 minutes, and that's going to drop the temperature on this pot to where it's no longer cooking. You don't want to overcook your crawfish or anything else for that matter. You can overcook potatoes, you can overcook anything in this pot really. So this boil boss is going to cool it down, and then from there we're just going to let it soak for like 25-30 minutes just to where they taste to your liking. Now this is a spicy boil, so you might not want to go quite as long, just something you have to check. And if you'll look right here, that thermometer at the end of this paddle shows you where you're at. So I'm looking to get down that green zone. So I'm just going to keep stirring, and once we get down to the desired temperature, like I said, around at least 150, lower would be even better. And then from there, we'll let them soak, and I'll bring you back at that point. All right, so I am almost to the cool down zone, but not quite. So this is the time I want to throw this extra citrus. I got lemons sliced up, and I've got limes. So we're just going to dump that in there. Now that's probably around, if I had to guess, since they're sliced, that's probably about 4 lemons and 4 limes. Oh, I smell that already. And the good thing about it, none of that's going to evaporate out of the water now. It's going to really put that citrus flavor notes into this crawfish. All right, we are just, oh yeah, we're there. Look at that, we're in the green. And I've been going around 3 minutes. So we're going to cut the boil boss off. And all we do from this point, just let them soak. After about 15 minutes, I'll probably try one and see if it's got a good flavor. If not, we'll let them keep soaking. The longer you soak them, the more flavor they get. And I have actually soaked them too long. Believe it or not, I've actually soaked them too long. When they sink, they're flooding with all that, you know, so that's a good indication that they are absorbing it. But typically they go around 20, 25 minutes, 30 tops. So we'll see how it goes. All right, let's pull this thing up. Just set it off to the edge here. Let that drain for a minute. Yeah, when you get ready to dump it, that should be cooled off some.
That's fine, and
that bottom's hot, so you might have to let it sit there a minute.
I can hold it.
All right, well, whenever y'all get froggy, just jump.
Here, hold that.
Hold this and watch that.
Hold my beer and watch this.
Hey, y'all, watch this. Hold my beer. Woo, yes.
Man one.
Man, that's what I'm talking about.
Oh, that's some good crawfish right there, boy. What they say about that?
That's a beautiful sight right there. All right, we're gonna go ahead and fire this pot back up. All right, go ahead and turn your gas on. It's not gonna take much to get it back to a boil. And once we do, I'm gonna bump up the seasoning somewhat, because you gotta keep in mind the potatoes, the corn, the crawfish, really everything we put in there has sucked a lot of that seasoning into itself. So I just need to fortify this with some added seasonings. And so I'm probably gonna put about another half of the, I'll probably put another half of this in there. This is the Zatarain's extra spicy crab boil. That's some really good stuff. All right, we already starting to move, as you can see, and we just turned it on. I'm gonna go ahead and put about half of this in there. That should do it. Add about a half a bottle of this liquid concentrate. About 4 more ounces should do it. What I typically do, whatever I started with, I'll put half of that again or close to it. More of this Louisiana hot sauce. lot of times your second boil will turn out better than your first one. So all the vegetables and everything we cooked is already in the ice chest. So what I'm going to do, when I say ice chest, there's no ice in it. It's completely hot. But I'm going to add a jar of these jalapenos into this batch. We're going to leave that vinegar in there. That's going to add a little bit of acidity, give it a little pop. Now these are stuffed olives. This is a garlic stuffed olive. We're going to drain that brine off of there. That's pretty salty. You don't want that extra salt. Didn't get a whole lot of these because a lot of people don't like olives. I love them. Got another jar going in. I had a subscriber comment here about a week or so ago, and he says, so basically what he was getting from my other videos was the biggest thing is to get your seasoning right. Then after that, you can throw anything in there. And he's pretty much right. Anything you like, man, we put whole turkeys in there. We'll stab them all good so all that can penetrate. We put turkeys, we put pineapples, you name it, we put it. I haven't tried pepperoni pizza yet. I don't think that'll work too good. Now these are just a pimento stuffed olive going in. The good thing about these balls is you can just pick out what you like to eat. You ain't gotta eat it if you don't like it. I love olives myself. Oh yeah, we get back to a boil right now. We're gonna throw this crawfish in. Let's throw them in. So I'm not going to bore you through the whole thing. It's going to be just like the first time. I'm going to bring it to a boil it about 3 minutes, cut it off, cool it down. We'll do all that off camera, but I would like to say, because I already know I'm going to get comments about this pot. Where did I get it? It's a high performance pot. This comes from High Performance Cookers. I'll leave a link in the description box. It's tunnel tube technology. Still got these others soaking. We got probably another 10 minutes left on them. So I'm going to do a quick taste test on these crawfish that's in the ice chest right here and let you know what we think. Go ahead, hand me one.
Well, let's see what we got here. Here's one.
That's a medium sized crawfish. Actually, this one's more on a small. Yours is more medium.
Yeah.
And when they say you something saying medium or large, you're gonna have really some variety in that.
Ooh, her head's pretty juicy. Ooh, there's some fire in there.
Oh man, that's a fantastic flavor overall.
Yeah. Now, I say there's some fire in it. It's actually got the right amount of heat for, you know, it ain't overkill.
Yeah, that's what me and Wayne was just talking about. You know, I've got hot sauces that would literally blow your head off. This is not that kind of hot. This is a good, spicy, a little bit of heat, but it's not bad.
No,
most people can tolerate it, so it's not bad.
It's not overkill, and I would feed it to my kids all day long when they was younger at this heat. Now, we have done some in the past with some Reaper sauce in it.
Yeah.
And them got a little hot.
Oh, yeah. I can get them as spicy as you want them. Throw a whole lot of cayenne there. Cayenne's already in your boil mixes, but you can add added cayenne, whatever you want to do to elevate it. But when you're cooking for a variety of people, it's best just, you know, you can't do crawfish without getting it somewhat spicy. That's just the way it is. And unlike that with shrimp, I don't get my shrimp that spicy. I get a little bit, not much, and it's more of a mild flavor. But crawfish, yeah, we got to kick it up a little bit.
Right, yeah.
So look, hey Wayne, my buddy Wayne wants to give a shout out to somebody. Let me get Wayne in the shot here. You can get in behind us. All right, you just want to do a shout out. Just talk into that little device right there.
Hold it and talking.
You can put it on your lapel. It don't matter.
Now I look professional.
I ain't look professional.
Now I'm professional.
Professional.
Hey, look, I want to give a shout out. We over here hanging out. Wish I had a lot of good people over here with us, you know, as far as my side of the family goes. This is one big side here. We've known each other for almost ever. Worked together, played together, and
we're finally becoming family, though.
But yeah, that too. might be a family here shortly. But hey, seriously, to all the vets out there, thank y'all for your service. And I was in the Air Force. I got a son that went down my lane. He didn't have no choice because I'm his daddy. He's in the Air Force over there in Germany, taking care of business. Fixing to marry a good-looking Italian woman named Francesca. I just want to tell both of y'all I love you, and I wish I was here. And when y'all get down to visit, and I finally get to meet you, Francesca, it's on. We're gonna do some crawfish, smoky rib style.
That's right.
All right, let's see what Wayne thinks here. I appreciate y'all bearing with me. This video is probably running longer than my typical video, but hey, we're having fun. Just want to share it.
I will tell you the truth too. I'm like that.
Yeah, he is.
But Rusty shows no fear, and he shouldn't.
Me too.
So I told y'all on my videos that people, when I was a lot younger, called me Rusty. Well, he still does. So he knew me back when I was called Rusty instead of Russ.
Y'all gotta try this.
That's good flavor in it.
Yeah, it is. And throw them olives in there.
Yeah, marinated olives. Well, look, I hope y'all enjoyed this video. I know I sure enjoyed hanging out down here in LA, Lower Alabama. I can't resist that. We used to say that at work. You remember that?
Oh, yeah.
So I hope y'all enjoyed it. And until next time, smoky ribs. All right, guys.
Hillbilly royalty.
Appreciate it, man.
Thank you, Rusty. Derek.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, baby. All good. All good. Yeah, the boy ain't got nothing on this.